anyone can get lucky.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
والآن مع النشيد الوطني لمالي. And now the national anthem of Mali.
National anthem of Mali now. They're Mali. Well, the anthems have certainly ramped up the adrenaline in the two squads of players. Time for some high fives and fist pumps before the action gets underway. So then, now we do have a look at the Niger lineup. Just the one change from the side that beat Gabon 1-0 on match day 2, just 3 days ago, with Boué Philippe coming into the centre of defence, the number 4. That means that Salifou Massoudi has moved from centre-back into central midfield, with Samela Danga dropping to the bench. Abdullah Hassan leading the line once more, the number 17. He's looked dangerous throughout. Now the coin toss. And the obligatory exchange of pennants. The officials tonight are referee Bongil Tom from South Africa, with Steven Moyo from Congo, and Dimbinyana from Madagascar Running the lines of VAR officials tonight are Beda Dahan and Hector Guirat from Mauritius and Tunisia. Now the Mali lineup, 3 changes from the side beaten 1-0 by Egypt 3 days ago in Tangier. Koli Sako comes in for Mamadi Diambo in the defensive midfield. That's after Diambo has shown 2 yellow cards in the last game. Was sent off, didn't help Mali's chances at all of that one. Brahima Diarra comes in on a wide position in midfield, we believe, for Ladji Mala, with Tambora Al Hassan coming in for Chekna Diakite in what we believe will be a 4-4-2 for Mali, so a change of formation for them as well, from a 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1, depending on how you want to slice it. A few players also just booking away from a suspension: Jabria, Chike and Ismail for Niger, and Al Hassan for Mali. One more booking and they will miss any potential semi-final at this tournament. So just moments away from kick-off here. Just a reminder that for Niger, well, they just have to avoid defeat and they will be guaranteed a place in the next round, although we don't know yet if that will be as group winners or runners-up. But Mali, they simply have to win, and they are definitely in the semi-finals. Maybe as group winners, maybe not, depending on what happens between Egypt and Gabon in the other group game. And we kick off here then in Rabat. Mali in the green tops and yellow shorts and socks, kicking from right to left in the first half here, and just 10 seconds in and we've immediately got a medical moment. Abdul Mamouni, the captain, just jumped backwards into his own teammate. Saw one of the Niger players trying to suggest there was an elbow, but certainly nothing like that, nothing untoward. Just an ordinary clash of heads. It looks like it was Jabria that he jumped backwards into. There is Ibrahim Yahaha, the coach, on the cusp of taking his team to history. The first time Niger have qualified for this tournament. Compare that to Mali, where Badara Diallo's side have bowed out in the group stage in the last 2 editions. They missed out on the inaugural tournament back in 2011, but since then 2 group stage exits. They win tonight, and they will finally be through to the knockout stages for the first time. So a drop ball, Niger back in possession. That'll probably be a good couple of minutes or so added to the end of this first half after that injury timeout. Hope you won't have too many of those during the game today. Good build-up play, this. Cheek drifts the ball forward up to Abul Hassan, but Amadou Saba couldn't quite latch on to the knockdown. Abdul Rahim plays the ball up the left. Rahim again. Well, tight marking in midfield from Malians. Very interesting to see just how Niger approach this game. There's Yan Naim, the goalkeeper for Niger. did say that you know, we are inching closer to our ultimate objective. We have no option but to secure a win. Well, they do have an option, but it's a good mindset to have. Play for a draw and you'll often not manage that. Play for the win, you might still get the draw. Certainly if Niger can get a second goal of the tournament here tonight, that'll go a long way towards qualification. Positive mindset, positive tactics will certainly help. Can't help but think that if they just sit back and invite Mali onto them, that he might get caught out. Oh, nice turn there from Sabo. Finds some space, but I think actually what might have happened there, that he caught the ball, caught his standing leg as he was about to cross with his left foot. I wonder if we'll just get a replay of that. Caught his standing leg, shifted the ball slightly crossway so that when he did try and cross it, it sliced off the outside of his boot. That's what it looked like happened anyway. They may not get a replay. Doing well in the aerial battles so far, Niger, but now Mali with a chance to attack, but immediately cut out. Good play on this near side. Bull Hassan tries to get over into the corner, but it's a little nudge in the back of the defender, enough to see the flag waved. Long, and the foul goes against Masoudi. He's playing in defensive midfield tonight, the number 18, having been in central defence earlier in the tournament. A little bit of bumping going on with Doumbia, number 9, usually leading the line for Mali. Ball comes in, it's been missed by the defenders and the attackers. Sangare to Doucouré. Away by Jabria. Not for long. Mali trying to ramp up some pressure here in the early stages. That's calmness personified by Abdel Rahim. Philippe, the new man in the lineup, takes no chances with his clearance. Rahim defending now. By Sangare, he takes the pop at goal and it's just wide of the upright. Cut inside off the right flank did the number 10. The keeper wants to know what his defenders were doing. He's just ghosted straight through two of them. He just slipped at the vital moment a little bit there, Sangare. Decent strike, just see his standing foot go out from underneath him and thump at the ground in frustration. That really opened up there for the TSV Harburg player, based in Austria. Actually on loan there from Red Bull Salzburg. Scored a couple of goals in the second half of the season during his loan spell. He spent the first half of the season on loan in Belgium, very much a project for the future. Is the 21-year-old. Play through the middle in an attacking role or out wide, as he appears to be doing today. Seems to be drifting around a little bit, the number 10. Well, one in the air, but it's been picked up just outside the area. The shot comes in from Doumbia. Al-Shabaab striker drags that one wide. 4 goals in all competitions for the United Arab Emirates champions this season. Mostly used as a substitute. Just on the edge of the squad. Still just 20 years of age, plenty of time to develop. Masudi just waiting to be invited up. He's been bumped over by Chikna. Corner for Mali. A three-man train lined up by the penalty spot. Ball goes a little bit deeper than that, headed back across goal and then out for another corner off of Abdel Rahim. Or in fact, not another corner. Must have been a second deflection. Coping well with the physical battle so far. And then a free kick after a little trip from Koli Sako. I think a little bit of lip from Salifu Masudi. Didn't go down well with the South African referee. Opportunity now for Niger to get some of the big guys up into the box. Just needs a quality delivery here from Mamouni, or indeed Rahim. Took quite a few of the set pieces the other night against Gabon, but he's left it to Mamouni. Drifts it into the near post. It's headed away. Chance now for Mali to play on the break, but everyone's behind the ball apart from this man here, Brahima Diarra. Did a good job of holding the ball up, but eventually, I'd say eventually loses possession, but I think he's managed to win a throw as well. That's a really good hold-up play from the wide man. We might get a first yellow card here. We will get a first yellow card. It's on to Musa Ismail. Sure he understands what's that for. I'm not sure I understand either, especially as that's a second yellow card for Ismail. That means he misses the next match if Niger do get through tonight. I wonder if they might appeal that, because it didn't appear to be him. They did whatever it was that incurred the wrath of the referee. Free kick goes long, keeper stays on his line. Bicycle kicked away by Masudi. With a poor touch at the back, and there's an opportunity here for Niger. Breaking down the left-hand side, Kairu. Kairu cuts inside. As well to get it to Boul Hassan. Boul Hassan's pass out wide, not the best. That was an opportunity though for Abdul Kairu. Really impressive in that win over Gabon, was the number 9. For me, their man of the match. The Niger coach already, well, he's looking like he's under pressure. Acrobatic stuff on the floor from Koulibaly Cheek. The goalkeeper resplendent in purple and magenta. The referee's whistle has gone. Player on the floor here, another one of the Niger players. She just took a small knock to the body. I wonder how many packs of gum Badara Diallo gets through in a game. He's certainly chewing that piece of gum like it owes him money. Niger fans, they danced their way through the whole 90 minutes against Gabon, and I'm sure they're going to do the same again here tonight. Mali Mali looking for a first passage through to the knockout stage of this competition. They have been in the Olympics once before, back in 2004 in Athens. Another replay of the yellow card. Goodness knows what that was actually for, or who it was meant for. All an opportunity here, just a little bit too much on the ball, and the keeper's done well to be alert and off his line. That's not the best of defensive headers. Ball casually brought down in midfield by Sabo, and now they're building up down the left-hand side. Rahim, who does like to go on the overlap if he gets the chance. He's got good pace as the 23. Those long legs pumping. Sort of the opposite number cheek, the right back, also up in this attack. Oh, a dangerous header back across goal, and just avoided the run of Kairu. Slightly panicky defending, could have been left for the goalkeeper, and then a little nudge in the back from Al Hassan gives away the free kick. Unnecessarily there for Mali. They had Niger on the back foot. A little bit of ill discipline from Malians. 15 minutes in. Didn't need to do that, Al Hassan. That header that went across goal, it only just avoided the run of Kairu. Number 9 plays his football in Mexico with Cancun. The second tier of Mexican football. There's the as it stands at the moment. No goals so far in Tangier in the other group game. As things stand, everyone gets a point. That would put Niger and Egypt through. I think they would have to draw lots to decide who actually wins the group out of Niger and Egypt. There's nothing to separate them on the tiebreaker so far. As Mali try to progress down the left, and the ball eventually breaks, and the keeper decided against holding that on and went for the punch instead. Dicey stuff at the back. The teasing ball in from Sangare. Just for the moment, Niger being pressed into their own half, struggling to get hold of the ball. Sudi and Mamouni in midfield are going to be very important for Niger tonight. Number 12 and number 18. It's their job to try and stop the attacks going through, to protect the defence. Doing a decent job so far. Cross comes in from the right-hand side. Well cleared, picked up by Mamouni. 1-2, picked up by Mamouni again. Rahim starts a run on the outside, but instead he goes to the crossfield ball, but that's really into the middle of nowhere. Easy for Decore to pick that one up. Continuing to press forward. Sangare's found some space over on this near side. Still Sangare. He's a fantastic tackle on the byline. Absolutely brilliant. Snuffed out a very promising attack for Mali as well. Superb defending. Get building down the left. Oh, and a good run on the overlap from Decore. Cross deflected up, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. A little bit uncertain in the centre of the Niger defence at the moment. Looks like Chabria, the man with the bandage on his head, has made a few fairly last-ditch efforts like that so far. tall lad for his age as well. Here's Jabria, he's 21. Quick into the tackle, Niger. They are living off scraps of possession at the moment, though. Mali, after a bright opening 5-10 minutes for Niger, looks like Mali just starting to take control of the game now. And they've won a free kick high up the pitch here as well. Al Hassan being fouled while challenging for that bouncing ball. So Ahmed Diamande is going to take this free kick. There's what, 4 or 5 Mali players up on the edge of the area, waiting to time their run, trying to get in behind this defence. Needs a good delivery though from this angle. But there's 6 players up on the edge of the area, and another one just outside the D as well. 2 of them, in fact. Basically everyone's up there. The ball goes into the far post, headed away by Jabria. Nicely brought down by Kairu. This is promising for Niger. Sabo spreads the ball out to this near side to Ismail, who rather stunts the attack by passing it backwards, and then the ball through and takes a lucky deflection. And Ismail gets the ball again on this right-hand side, but Sabo had just checked his run at the wrong moment. And Mali will be able to build up patiently from the back once more. The game hasn't exactly burst into life yet. We've had a couple of near misses, but that's about it. The ball not kept in play there. Looks like Musa Ismail has just taken a knock on the ankle. Knock on the foot. Pretty innocuous stuff, though. That's a definite foul from Cody Sacco, wrapping himself round Musa Ismail. Number 8 for Niger, Ismail. Based in Spain with Granada. Moved there in January. New life on the Iberian Peninsula. Free kick drifts into the far post. Keeper comes for it, gets a little bit on it, and then the ball comes back in again. The keeper all over the shot there. Bought himself a free kick. Did Lassine Diarra. Plays with the reserves at Châteauroux. The slightest of bumps with Jabria. They're both backpedaling. Clumsy more than anything. Mali probing forwards. Sangare goes down, and that's a free kick, and it's just about in range, I reckon. 25 yards out, and a yellow card as well. Seems a bit innocuous for a yellow card, to be fair. Abdul Hassan. It's a yellow card. His first of the tournament, unlike Musa Ismail, who will be suspended from the next match if Niger qualify. So, opportunity knocks here for Mali. A nicely judged ball into the box. It just about evaded. There were, what, 3-4 players in behind the Niger defence. Just the tiniest tad too much on that ball. Nicely flighted, though. The keeper half came for it, stopped. In the couloir d'incertitude. Corridor of uncertainty between the defenders and goalkeeper. Well, this ball here as well, as Kairu makes a nuisance of himself to the Mali defenders. Well, this is better. Kairu in behind the defence on the left-hand side, cuts inside, tries to get the ball across, but the midfielders were covering. Dangerous moments for Mali, and then Cheek Koulibaly couldn't control the bouncing ball. Just wonder if the referees maybe made a bit of a rod for his own back here with those 2 yellow cards early on for Niger. Because by rights he's now got to... Any sort of foul, pretty much, is going to be a yellow card, judging by those standards, unless he's seen something we haven't on the replays. And Niger yet to register a shot at goal. Mali just the 2, but with nearly 60% of the ball. Starting to put Niger under pressure. 25 minutes into this one. Good jostle for the ball and good work on the ground from Masoudi. Jabria, oh dear, and he's lost the ball there, Jabria, the number 20. Al Hassan absolutely wastes it. Unlikely to score from there, and that can only have been a shot. Tambora Al Hassan, who did score late on in their 3-1 win over Gabon, having come on as a late substitute. Rather wasted the opportunity. It was a good run in behind the defence. But this is up the other end with Kairu. Rather unselfishly having cut back here. He could have had a pop at goal. Instead went for the cross. Trying to find Ismail at the far post. Kairu, quick, clever with the ball as well. Could be a real thorn in Mali's side tonight. Clumsy from Koulibaly Cheek. Doumbia goes down looking for the foul, gets nothing, he gets told to get up again by the Niger defender. At the moment, there's no real sign of Niger simply trying to survive and just shutting up shot, playing a low block or anything like that. That could change, though, as the game goes on. Not just yet. Maybe in the second half at some point, Niger are going to get very defensive, you fancy. Again, not much in that either. Niger inching their way up the pitch here. Lovely rhythm coming from the fans. Niger win the ball high up the pitch this time. Oh, but the players not on the same page. And Jabria has to come back and sweep things up. Gets the ball back to Name. Flicked on by Ismail, looking for the run of Sabo. Sorry, beg your pardon, Bull Hassan. Ismail was just trying to get a deflection and either a throw-in or maybe at best a corner. Didn't get the deflection though. Niger have had some decent build-up play, but haven't really shown much in the final third so far. The foul from Jabria, and that's going to be a yellow card as well. Yeah, pretty much every foul now, yellow card, and Jabria will also be out of the next round. Well, the Niger players can't believe this. I can't say I blame them. Of the 3 yellow cards we've seen so far, that's probably the only one that even vaguely justifies it. But now both Musa Ismail and Ibrahim Jabria will be out of the next round if Niger do qualify. Abdul Mamouni having a word with the referee. They're wanting to know what's going on with the referee. These yellow cards will start to frustrate Niger. If they're not careful, they'll end up in a situation where they don't feel they can even put a tackle in without getting booked. Long ball over the top, the keeper. Well, had time to come and actually collect that, but decided to go with a punch instead. And Rahim gets himself a free kick, and there's another yellow card. So yeah, I think we're definitely at the every foul is a yellow card stage of the game in the 32nd minute. Not sure if Jabria got much of a call there. A little bit of contact from behind. Cheap on the retreat, lays the ball down the line, and there's space there, but the flag goes up for offside. Let's have a look. Well, just as well they didn't score off that, I think, Niger, because they did not. Very tight, to be generous. As the ball headed back to the goalkeeper, Yan Naim. Hasn't actually had all that much to do so far. The Valenciennes reserve keeper. Actually born in Belgium. Father's name is Van Attenhoven. Still 0-0. in the group's other game, by the way, between Egypt and Gabon. Of course, Egypt going into that game knowing that all they need to do is get a draw, and they're definitely through, the same as Niger in this game. One thing we know about Egyptian teams over the years is that they certainly know how to grind out a result when they need to. It's a poor pass from Boubacar Traoré. Arguably, the number 8 here, just doing the closing down, arguably the highest profile player in the tournament. Spent this season at Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League, on loan from Metz in French Ligue 1, as Moulazan tried to set himself up with a neat little touch past the defender, but keeper quickly off his line. Boubacar Traoré. So played well. He had some injury problems as well this season. Had a groin strain that saw him miss a number of months. But still impressed Wolves enough for them to spend 11 million euros on him earlier this month to make his loan move from Metz permanent for next season. He'll be gracing the Premier League once more. And the keeper had to be quickly off his line there, and there's been a late contact, and no doubt there'll be a yellow card for this as well. Bora Al-Hassan has also got his second yellow card, so another player who will be missing in the next round should Mali get through. That's the reserve goalkeeper, Abibulai Hennekoyi, just getting his gloves on just in case the Yan Naim is unable to continue. Was a bit of a knock to his right leg there. Well, I think that counts as overdressed, surely, in this weather. I do like the way that the local organisers have provided the drums for everyone to create that atmosphere that seems so endemic to African football. It's amazing, wherever you go around the world, the sound of football is just that little bit different. Nicely brought down by Raheem. Ball deflects to Mamouni, who wins a free kick, and amazingly no yellow card. Still no real efforts at goal from Niger, but that'll probably suit them fine for the moment. Same equation for them as there was last night for Guinea against Ghana. The difference there being that Guinea were really by far the better team before Ghana actually got the opening goal out due to a couple of defensive errors. Thoroughly deserved to get their equaliser and book their place in the semi-finals at their first appearance at this tournament, Guinea. Many both Congo and Ghana bow out of Group A. Space over on the left-hand side now. Rahim has a pop at goal, and it's whizzed just past the upright. Kairu was close to getting a touch on that on its way through as well. I wonder if he actually left it thinking it was going on target. It looked close. Doing well to keep the ball here. Just pressing Niger back for a moment. Ball drifts in, headed away yet again by Ibrahim Jabria. That cross, I was going to say that cross had to have deflected, but in fact it didn't. It was just a complete shank. Well, 5 minutes plus, there'll be a few minutes of stoppages in this first half. To go still 0-0. Might actually be a first proper shot from Niger in this game. Abdul Kairu hasn't opened his account yet in this tournament, but certainly impressed. And Ismail is flagged offside. Disagreement between defender and goalkeeper. The defender wanted the goal, the free kick taken short. Keeper had other ideas, and the shot deflects out for a corner. Was it another miss hit? I think it's another miss hit actually from Chikna. Goes long with the goal kick. On a high foot from Sangare. He's absolutely, he's at waist level, he's nowhere near the head. Not quite sure why Ismail's going down holding his head for. Well, 6 players from the Niger side lined up on the edge of the area here. Needs a quality delivery. Good delivery as well. The keeper does well though. Authoritative punch. We come a long way off his line. Now the ball slung back in again. The header just goes wide this time from Bul Hassan. Niger just in the last few minutes starting to create some chances for the first time in the game. As Ibrahim Cissé, the Schalke defender, is currently down. Some nice passing out of defence here from Mali, but just a poor touch from Brahima Diarra. Loses ground, but Sangare coming forward now. Here's attempted cross cut out by Jabria, who's been all action in defence for Niger in this first half. looking for the run of Bull Hassan, but I think the flag went up as soon as he got anywhere near the ball. There's no blood there, mate. Looping just ahead of the run of Bull Hassan this time. I've seen Diarra quickly off his line once again. Showed good mobility, the Chateauroux goalkeeper for Mali. Carey just couldn't quite bring that through ball under control. And now Diarra comes forward and he's got Doucouré on the overlap, but beaten to it by Ismail, who does well just to use his strength and let that ball roll out for a goal kick. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. As far as Niger are concerned, they're at 45 minutes closer to a place in the semi-finals of this Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. Opportunity here, maybe just at the end of the first half, as Cairo picks up the ball at the edge of the area, couldn't quite make space for the shot. Looks like Diarra's been caught late there, but it's Chikna now coming forwards for Mali. The attempted foul doesn't bring him down. It's a brilliant last-ditch challenge from Jabria again. And then the cross just drifts harmlessly out for a goal kick. Rush of blood to the foot there, I think, from Chikna. Having worked so hard to get in behind. Did well to brush off the challenge from Mamouni. And then just way too much on that. Good long goal kick, but Ismail can't quite latch on to the knockdown. Been a bit of that in the first half, a little bit of disconnect between Bull Hassan and the sort of the attacking trio behind him of Cairo, Sabo and Ismail. 9, 10 and 8 respectively. So we just drift towards the end of this first half. Goalless in both games at the moment in this group. That would mean that both Niger and Egypt would be going through, and as it is goalless, there would be a drawing of lots. So half-time whistle goes. It's Niger 0, Mali 0. If the result stands like this, it would mean that Niger go through to the semi-finals in their first trip to this tournament, whereas Mali will have made it 3 trips into this tournament and been out in the group stage on all 3 occasions. They're half of not too many chances, to be fair, here in Rabat. Certainly, I think Mali sort of having the better of the first half hour or so, but Niger certainly grew into the game in that last 10-15 minutes before the break. Started to finally create some chances. And really, it's setting up nicely for the second half. Niger not playing a low block. They're still trying to play their football. Mali have to try and find a way of breaking them down, though. If they do not, then they will definitely be out of the tournament before the knockout stages. So at half-time here, at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
So a look at the half-time statistics then, with Mali bossing possession, but it was over 60% at one point. That's drifted down a little bit. Not too many real attempts at goal from either side, to be fair. The passing accuracy is quite low too. A lot of long balls going forwards, a few missed passes here and there as well. The big standout statistic really is those 5 yellow cards in the first half, which didn't feel like a dirty game at all. But somehow we've got 5 bookings. 3 players now will be missing from a possible semi-final, both Ibrahim Jabriya and Musa Ismail for Niger, and Tambora Al Hassan for Mali. So Group B, the final match day in the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. Niger and Mali going face to face at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Niger knowing that all they need to do is to avoid defeat in order to go through to the semi-finals in their first appearance at the tournament. For Mali, they need to get a win, or they will definitely be out at the group stage for the 3rd successive tournament. In the opening half hour or so, it was mostly Mali doing the pressing forwards, Niger offering very little in the final third. Mali with some slick interpassing at times, but some really good defensive work from Niger, which we've already seen. They haven't conceded a goal yet in this tournament. Ibrahim Jabriya, the number 20, certainly standing up to be counted for them. And at the end of the first half, they started to create some chances. Abdul Kairu there, unselfishly trying to set up a teammate rather than going for goal when well placed. Another shot here coming in from Abdel Rahim, drifting right of the upright, which Kairu could perhaps have deflected into the goal. However, neither keeper has really been worked so far. There are no shots on target yet from either team. Good defensive work from the goalkeepers when needed on crosses, but no shots to save as yet. And at the break, it's Niger 0, Mali 0.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
Well, welcome back then to the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium here in Rabat. It's Niger 0 and Mali 0 at half-time. Fans of both sides beating the drums. And a bit of a false start here at the beginning of the first half. There's a bit of a chat going on between the Mali coach and Doumbia Chikna. No changes that we're aware of at the break. And Niger all in white, kicking from right to left here. And if the result stays as it is, they will definitely be through to the next round. No matter what happens in the other group game going on at this very moment, 250 kilometers north in Tangier. Cross comes across goal. It's easily dealt with by the Mali defence. That's still 0-0, by the way, between Gabon and Egypt, although Gabon have had a player sent off for 2 yellow cards at the end of that first half. They'll be back to the wall once again for Gabon, who have already been put out of the tournament after losing their opening 2 matches in Group B. Now Mali must win. It's pretty much the way things are set up for this final round of matches. It's basically Egypt are all but through. They're on the same points and the same goals scored and the same goals against as Niger. So actually Egypt and Niger have absolutely identical records at the moment. The only way to separate them will be by drawing of lots after the game tonight. Mali go forwards here, and he's given a penalty. Penalty has gone Mali's way. The referee pointing to the spot. There will be a VAR check, I'm sure. But Doumbia Chikna going down under pressure in the penalty box. I think it was a challenge from Ibrahim Jabriya, actually. So the referee, there's an initial call for a penalty there, not given. And then Jabriya dispossessed as he tried to clear the ball here. fact, has he given it for the original contact? That's really soft. Has to be said. Wow. Mamadou Sangare, Austrian-based forward, is going to take this one. The VAR officials seem to be happy enough. Well, this could change everything in Group B. Mamadou Sangare has already scored one at the tournament. Not from the penalty spot. But it certainly can entirely change the complexion of the group, and it could certainly change the landscape in this game as well. Sangare, left-footed. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Mali 1-0 up. And now, as things stand, it's Mali who will win the group and go through to the semi-finals, where they would play Guinea on Tuesday afternoon up in Tangier. And it would leave Egypt playing Morocco in the other semi-final at this very stadium later that evening. Really good penalty, sent the keeper the wrong way, low, powerful. Well, now we'll really see what this Niger team is made of. They're trying to make a bit of history here. Or Ibrahim Yahaha's side, and now they're going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to have to come from behind. Mali now, will they sit back and defend the lead? Will they try and play on the counter-attack? Or will they try and double down and get another goal to really make things safe? The Mali fans in the stands bouncing with joy. Ignore that as it stands. Table that just popped up in the top left of the screen, that hasn't been updated for the Mali goal. Mali will now be on 6 points, Egypt on 5, Niger on 4. As things stand, still a long way to go. There we go, there's the updated table. What have Niger got left now? That's the first goal that they've conceded at the tournament after 2.5 matches. Free kick now for Abdel Rahim. 6 men to aim at the box. The big guys at the far post, headed down but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Hassan unable to get much power on that. Didn't quite time the jump. Did well to make a little bit of space in the congested penalty area, though, did the number 17. Niger coming forwards now. Boulassane lets the ball roll across his body, but then it's put out of play by Diallo. Boulassane again. Ball kept in play. Still coming forward, Niger. Space on the edge of the area. Schmel, half tackled by Sangare. The ball deflects out for a Mali throw. Well, spaces open up at the back. Open up now, sorry, in the Niger defence for Mali, as Niger have to start pressing forward more, looking for an equaliser that they need, otherwise their tournament is over. It's a little bit of an overreach. The referee, at least, from Koli Sacco. Didn't look happy with the decision. Looked like he just stepped in front of the player, which he's perfectly entitled to do. And that's a clumsy one, coming in from behind from Al Hassan. I've seen players booked for less. He's already on a yellow card, 5 yellows in this game. 6 bookings in the other game in this group in the first half, by the way, so the referee's certainly nothing if not strict at this stage of the tournament. Now, the Mamadou Sabo has options here. It's close enough to have a go at goal, even though if there's a bit of an angle going on. Plenty of men to aim at in the box as well. So choices. It would be very difficult to beat the keeper from that angle, has to be said, unless there is a mistake. Big guys are all up there for Niger. 5 of them lined across the, in a sort of a line across the penalty spot as the ball comes in. That's a terrible free kick. Barely got off the ground. Mali be doing all they can to take every extra second off the clock. They've got not the best of goal kicks there. Boulassane couldn't quite pick up the rebound. Good interception in midfield from Massoudi. Niger back in possession again. It's a nice build-up here from Niger, but the ball deflects. Keiru was underneath it, but the keeper off his line yet again, Lassine Diarra. Good handling from Diarra so far in this game. In your picture now. Attempted crossfield ball goes almost directly between right back and right winger. Koulibaly Cheek's got long legs, but I don't think he was ever going to keep that one in play. Good defence from Raheem there, back-pedalling. Needed to make that header as well. He had Al Hassan lurking behind him if he'd missed it. Boulassane battles well over on that far side and gets past his man as well. Chance to get the cross in, but last-ditch challenge comes in from Diallo and it goes out for a corner. Niger showing a bit more ambition now since falling behind early in this second half to a Mamadou Sangare penalty. Corner taken short to Kairu. Now it's chipped into the far post and headed over the bar by Jabria. I see he's had his head bandage fixed up. It was a good movement to get free, but a free header like that from that distance, he'll be disappointed not to at least get it on target. Salifu Massoudi wanted a penalty, but nothing given by the referee. And no interest from VAR either. We're approaching the hour mark here in Rabat. 1-0 Mali. Still 0-0 in the group's other game up the road in Tangier. Just the two stadia being used for all the games in this tournament. All 10 matches, that is. 5 in each stadium. The final will be at this very stadium in 7 days' time. And as things stand, so with Mali winning this group, so the early kickoff on Tuesday in the first semi-final, as things stand, would be Mali against Guinea. And then the late kickoff would be a real clash of the titans between Morocco, the hosts, and Egypt, the defending champions. So Salifu Massoudi, who's had a fairly quiet game, and he's going to come off. First substitution being made as Abdul Latif. So defensive midfielder comes off with a striker coming on. And Musa Ismail also comes off to be replaced by Salifu Danja, who was certainly impressive against Gabon. Change from Mali as well, with I think Brahima Diarra, the Huddersfield wide man, coming off, and Mohamedou Ba coming on in his place. Plays in Tunisia with Olympique Beja. Started the opening game against Gabon, but just as a substitute in Mali's second game, that defeat against Egypt. Pretty much a like for like there. So the substitution roulette has started for this game as we hit the hour mark. Very much the fashion these days. Not often you'll see a team go past 60 minutes without making at least one substitution, especially now that the 5 substitution rule that was brought in during COVID seems to have stuck around. It's all about the player welfare. Danja, the number 7, immediately on the ball over on that far flank. Looked pacey against Gabon. They just look like they're moving the ball around with a bit more pace now, but with that comes more risk. Well, a promising attack down the left-hand side breaks down for Mali. Well, that's nicely played out as well to find Niger, but his pass is then cut out. Mali don't really need to take any risks anymore, but a second goal would certainly settle any nerves, you feel. Building up patiently, but again, run out of space. Kairu goes to the right, then switches play nicely to the left-hand side, finds his full-back Rahim, but he plays the ball backwards to Latif. The number 21 at the bottom of your screen there. And the long ball goes straight through to the goalkeeper. Solid challenge coming in from Boulasan. Too solid for the referee's liking. As Sacco goes down. Well, there's nothing there. That's the penalty incident. The tangle of legs. Inadvertent, really. Jabria was about to clear the ball, and then the Mali player just like snuck in behind, stole the ball, and as he went to kick the ball, he kicked the player instead. Did Jabria. Unfortunate, to say the least. Bit more space in midfield now, as Niger's tactics subtly become more attacking. There'll be less tracking back, less bodies in the way when Mali do come forward, and there's space over on that far side now, but not the best of touches from Doucouré. Eventually gets the cross, but it deflects, and Niger can clear now and play out from the back. Again, going down that right-hand side mostly in this second half, but that's been snuffed out. Safety first for Mali. Well, if there is a raise at this stadium, I think that ball went beyond that. Just as well, modern football, they have so many balls available. That's nice play from Rahim, but the return pass was far too firm, I think, from Kairu. Hasn't been quite at his best in this game so far, the number 9 for Niger. The coach using up plenty of nervous energy on the sideline. Not much flow to the match at the moment. Niger trying to go forwards. Mali so far showing good resistance and patience at the back. Volleyed pass down the line is well cut out by Buai Philippe. They brought in for his first start at the tournament tonight. Well, 10 men, Gabon still holding out against defending champions Egypt in the group's other game up in Tangier. Oh, nice play on this near side. The ball comes in, headed away though. Again by Jabri. He's been everywhere at the back. The number 20 with the sort of headband, the bandaging around the head. Easily recognisable. He's also about half a foot taller than everyone else on the pitch. Well, no foul, says the referee. On the edge of the Niger area, they now have a chance to play their way out at the back. It's risky though. Fortunately, if you're a Niger fan at least, Sangare with the foul. As Mamouni tried to spin his way out of trouble. Well, everyone likes to be on camera. Niger seeing significantly more of the ball in the last 15 minutes or so than they had been earlier in the match, but they haven't really done much with it so far. The Mali defence has been on point, well organised. You see the match statistics, so the dominance of possession for Mali going down. I'm sure if we had a breakdown for the last 10-15 minutes or so, it'd be quite heavily in Niger's Niger's favour. But now this is the danger on the counter-attack. Space is opening up. Space on the left-hand side. Shot comes in, well saved by the goalkeeper. And the second cross, not so good this time, but a really nice first shot from Tembora Al Hassan. Certainly had the keeper sprawling across to his right. Nice play in turn from Bar. A bit hasty with the shot though. Al Hassan was in space on the left-hand side. He had support on his right as well. But it looks like there was a small deflection, and that's going to be the corner now for Mali. That was the earlier shot that stung the palms of the goalkeeper from Al Hassan. Really nice move inside the fullback. So, Mali corner. Referee not liking some of the contact he's seeing in the box. Boulahsan and Cisse. Can't give a foul though for something that happens when the ball is not in play. You can be booked, but you can't get a foul or a penalty. Nice delivery onto the edge of the area, and it's just past the upright. Well, so nearly 2-0 for Mali, and you have to think that would have been game over for Niger. Ibrahim Cisse finally got away from Abdul Boulahsan, found a bit of space for the volley. Went for placement rather than power, and it nearly paid off as well. Had the keeper beaten at his near post. Niger lose the ball, and there's a 4-on-3 available here if they hurry up, Mali. Coming forwards, but the attempted cutback well cut out. Now maybe Niger's turn to find some gaps at the back. There were plenty of men up for that attack for Mali. Well, they got a 3-on-4. They do well to momentarily, having lost the ball, to quickly get the ball back again. Rahim comes forwards from left back. Not the best of passes for Kairu, and then he puts a foot in and just trips up the Mali player. Good defensive work from Ahmed Diomande, just getting in front of his man, drawing the foul. 15 minutes plus stoppages left. Mali in the box seat at the moment, still 0-0 in the group's other game. This means that with a 1-0 win here, Mali would win Group B, get through to the knockout stage of this competition for the very first time at the third attempt, having gone out in the group stage in 2015 and 2019. Going to have another change here, and it's Amadou Saba who's on the ground at the moment. That's about to be replaced by Amadou Omar. So I'm going to beg your pardon, Umaro Diadje. That's a waste of a free kick. We'll have a chance to build up again from the back as the big units get back into defensive position for Niger. At some point, you have to think that the likes of, or maybe Ibrahim Jabria, the number 20 on the ball now, might get pushed up into attack to offer an aerial threat as well, which they don't really have, to be fair, Niger at the moment. But if they start getting desperate, they're going to start pumping the long balls up into the area like that one there. But Abdul Kairu, for example, is not a tall man. Abdul Boulahsan, the number 17, he does have a bit of height in him, though. He can probably fight in the air, but he'll need some support. So things to be thought of for the coaches. A little bit scrappy in midfield. Mali eventually, I'm about to say Mali eventually emerging with the ball, but then they ran back into trouble, just had to scrape it clear. Nice turn. Really nice play from the substitute Diadje. Tries a 1-2 on the edge of the area, can't quite make contact with the return ball. Niger pressing higher up the pitch now than they have during the rest of the match. might have more action on the bench as well. So looks like the goal scorer Mamadou Sangare is going to be withdrawn, and Chikna Diakate, the Real Bamako winger, comes on. Plenty of experience in continental competition for him, having played in all of their Real Bamako's matches in the CAF Conference League, Confederation Cup even, sorry, this season. All 12 matches. Oh, there's a high foot there, and I think that's going to be a foul on the edge of the area. Hamadou Diallo. That's definitely a high foot as well. So quite impressed with the athleticism to get the foot up to head height like that. Well, really dangerous position this. Do they go direct for goal? Do they go for a cross, a little dinked cross? It would have to be from this range. They do have a left and right foot combination over the ball. Raheem, left-footed, might be favourite to go for goal. If they do choose that option, 4 men in the wall for Mali. 5 men to aim at if they go for the cross, but it does look suspiciously like Abdel Rahim is going to have a pop here, the left footer. It is from a bit of an angle, but it's close enough in to be dangerous. Rahim, left-footed, goes over the wall and over the crossbar as well, not by much. Warning shot across the bows there for Mali. 10 minutes plus stoppages to go, still 1-0. And with Egypt still 0-0 in the other game, Mali will go from third to winning the group in 1 game. If things stay as they are, plenty of time for that to change though. Gabon still down to 10 men. You just wonder if Egypt, the mentality of Egyptian football is that they don't need a goal, so why bother? And I tell you what, a semi-final in this stadium on Tuesday night against host Morocco is a mouth-watering prospect, I have to say. Nicely kept on. Oh, a big challenge goes in. And there's been a clash here. A bit too much rolling on the ground for my liking from Ahmed Diamande. It was Abdel Rahim who made contact. They were both going for the ball. Camera not quite keeping contact in place, and there's a yellow card for Rahim. Another little stop in play. The Niger players will be hoping that time is being added on for this. Diamande will be being a good teammate here for the rest of his Mali brethren. He'll be taking his sweet time to get back on his feet and ready to play again. Looks like Ismail Moussa is getting ready to come on for Niger. 22-year-old forward who plays in Italy with AC Savoia. The space over on the far side, and the keeper does ever so well to come off his line and take the ball cleanly. Well, who's the yellow card for there? Is that for Abdul Mamouni? It is for Abdul Mamouni. Referee waiting to see if there's any advantage. A seventh booking of the match, 5 of which were in the first half. The referee thankfully had calmed down a bit since then. Oh, nice ball, looking for the overlapping run from Raheem. Down the left-hand side, curls the ball in, just a little bit too much on it there. And the whistle goes again. Not quite sure what for this time. Well, there's claims of a handball from the Niger players. Not here, but here. Ooh. Well, the header did go into his arm, but it's at pretty much point-blank range. And the keeper has been accused by the referee here of time wasting. He's been holding that foot for the last minute or so. Ismail Musa still waiting for an opportunity to come on, and it looks like there's a Mali player about to make his entrance as well. So Abdul Hassan has run his race now, be placed like for like with Ismail Musa, the 22-year-old based in Italy. Nassina Salmaro comes on for Tambora Al Hassan. This is very much a we defend what we have move here. A forward comes off, a defender comes on in his place. Maybe used as a screen in front of the back four and an extra man in midfield, or it could just be code to 5 at the back. Often these days it's fashionable to go to put in that defender as a defensive midfielder, rather than messing with the defensive structure that can be disturbed when you go from a back 4 to a back 5. So Salmaro gets his first action of the tournament, having been on the bench the last 2 games. Plays for the FC Troyes reserve side in France, regular in the 5th tier for their reserve side. Ball goes long, strong header from Jabria. But the not much penetration from Niger at the moment. Struggling to make an impact in the Mali half. They seem to have lost their mojo a bit here. Arguably not helped by the bitty nature of the game. And Egypt, by the way, have finally taken the lead up in Tangier. That will mean that they are now winning the group. With Mali in second place, that pushes Mali now, pits them up against Morocco, the hosts, in Tuesday evening's semi-final, and it would leave Egypt up against Guinea. We've got another yellow card, this time for Chikna Diakate. The big men are up for this one. Half surprised the goalkeeper isn't up there as well. That's a poor cross. Need to get it in the mixer. Oh, now a chance on the counter-attack for Mali. Stretching the play down the left-hand side. Diakate into the box, sets one up on the edge of the area, and that's 2-0, and that is Mali absolutely certain into the semi-finals now. On the counter-attack, Doumbia Chikna, with his second goal of the tournament, has made certain a victory tonight for Mali. And, well, he's broken Niger hearts. Second goal of the tournament for Chikna. That's always the risk when you're chasing the game late on like that. The opposition get the counter-attack going, and there's so much space to play with. It's a beautiful setup as well on the edge of the area, an even better finish. And Mali now, 2 goals to the good, surely. There's no time for Niger to make a reply now. Great play from Diakate. Set up the play well. And that's a brilliant finish into a postage stamp just inside the post. Nothing the keeper could do about that. Clinical stuff from Mali. Just use the pace on the ball to spin it round the outstretched hand of the goalkeeper. Go into second half stoppage time now with Niger needing 2 goals in a hurry in order to book a place in the semi-final. No matter what happens though, they've got that historic first point against Egypt, the win against Gabon to take home with them. That'll give them confidence for the future, and some of these players will be back in the tournament as well for Niger. Can they at least finish with a bit of a flourish? Oh, they've left it to each other. The back heel coming to nothing. Keiru had a quiet game, the number 9. Not his best 90 minutes. 7 minutes of added time, by the way. We've had 1.5 of those. We've got a Mali player who's been down for a while over there. The referee immediately calling for the stretcher. Doesn't want to waste any time with treatment on the pitch. Looks like something in the groin area. There's more precious seconds come off the clock. The Mali fans in the stadium already celebrating passage through to the semi-finals. build up from Niger. It's all a little bit too patient. 4 minutes left now. Actually, it might be a little bit more than that for a stoppage during injury time as well. Good, robust play in midfield, winning the ball high up the pitch. Here's Rahim. Spreads the ball here to Keiru. Keiru looks up, thinks about putting the cross in. Cuts back onto his right foot. Diadje twists and turns, gets some space, but he can't afford to be wasting time and out on the flank here. They need to get the ball into those players waiting in the box. Playing a cross goal, there's no width on the right-hand side. Now it finally arrives. The ball chipped in, headed away though by Cisse. Headed back in there, but there's no Niger player near it. That's easily taken by Lassine Diarra. Well, Niger played a full part in this tournament. Still the realistic chance right up to the final moments of this match, but it looks like it's been a step too far for them. And Mali, at the third time of asking in this tournament, will finally get through to the knockout stages. An impatient foul coming in from Abdul Mamouni. They can't afford to be hanging around now, Niger. Equally, they can't afford to be giving away fouls. Here's another look at the second goal. Clinical stuff. Really nothing for the goalkeeper to be upset about. He could do absolutely nothing about it. Same as he could do nothing really about the penalty either, even if he had gone the right way. It was low and in the corner. A very difficult one to stop. .2 minutes, plus maybe a little bit more left to play here in Rabat. Mali 2, Niger 0. With Egypt winning in the group's other game with a late winner against Gabon. Egypt will win the group. Mali will go through in second place, and Niger will go home with 4 points. Good pace down the left-hand side. There's going to be a late corner here. It's been won by Amadou Diadje. Taken quickly. No choice really now. Can't give the ball to Diadje. He's been so slow getting back onside, which is a bit naughty from a substitute. Should have plenty of energy still. Oh, that beautiful ball put through, and Keiru was nearly on goal. Onside as well. Really good challenge coming in for Ibrahima Cisse. Another corner now. Salifou Danja goes over to take it. The big guys come up. Where's the goalkeeper? That's all I want to know. Love to see a goalkeeper in the box for a corner. Well, Diadje gets a little flick on it. Central defensive partner Philippe picks it up on this near side. Here he is again, the number 4. Keiru tries to turn past his man, eventually does get the ball. Keiru looking for options. They're being pushed sideways here, Niger. As the seconds run out, the shot comes in, deflects off his own player. Another chance to get the ball in the box here. Twisting, turning. Looking for room for the shot, and now there could be a break on for Mali. As a slightly comical moment there as players from both sides fall over, and the keeper's come way out of his box, and he's just been clipped by Doumbia Chikna. He's been clipped for not the first time in this game. Not a lot of contact, to be fair. And that is very much that. Game over for Niger. Mali move through to the semi-finals with a 2-0 victory here. 2 second-half goals. A 49th minute penalty for Mamadou Sangare. And then Doumbia Chikno with a clinical finish in the latter stages of the game. Well, Mali will celebrate. Their 3rd time in the tournament, their 1st time they've managed to get through the group stage. They've won 1 match in 6 before this edition. They've had 2 wins in 3 here in Morocco. And for Niger, well, I think the fans and the players should be able to go home proud. Nobody expected them to get through the group stage, and they so nearly did. Just half an hour of football away from what would have been an historic place in the semi-finals. There'll be tears as well as the realisation sets in of just how close they came to the last 4. And at that stage, potentially just a game away from a place in the Olympic Games, which would have been huge for a country like Niger. That's how much it means to the players. So near, but yet so far. Their Olympic dream finally shattered, and the realisation kicks in. They played some good football in this tournament, Niger. And Mali, top scorers in this group, by the way. The possession very much in Niger's favour even in the second half, as were the goal attempts. Mali's domination of possession in the first 45, meaning it was pretty even overall. The foul count, well, nearly 40 fouls in the game. It didn't feel like a dirty game, as somehow he still managed to find 8 yellow cards out there. And Tamboura Al-Fassan, the number 20, will not be in that semi-final. Coming up against Morocco, they'll have to find a replacement for him, will Mali. There we see all of the match day 3 results. Morocco, our hosts, through with a 100% record, 3 wins out of 3. Egypt, 2 wins and a draw to top Group B. And they'll be the favourites going through to the last 4.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies.